seafarers and the ships that they work on are essential to workers and other sectors throughout the global economy, and therefore we are right to give particular attention to the sector. The serious, indeed sometimes dramatic, human problems arising from the abandonment of seafarers, as well as the situation of seafarers and their families resulting from a seafarer's death or long-term disability, have been intensively discussed over nearly a decade of tripartite ILO, IMO working group meetings. And this committee is now asked to take concrete steps which, if all runs smoothly, as I'm sure it will, and once the more rapid entry into force requirements are met, will result in binding international law on this subject.
The provisions that you will be considering this week are less, in my view, about updating and more a case of completing unfinished business. Under the MLC 2006 and your work, you will be responding to the resolution adopted by the International Labour Conference in 2006. Although consideration to these proposals for amendments are the priority for this first meeting, the committee's mandate of keeping the convention under continuous review must not be forgotten. That is why an opportunity has been given as a separate agenda item for an exchange of information and views about implementation experiences.
We remain very concerned, however, by continuing cases of abandonment, which, while very few in number when taken as a percentage of the world fleet, cause great distress and anxiety amongst the affected seafarers and their families, makes it difficult to attract people to the industry and gives the industry a bad reputation. We know and must accept that barriers to entry into our industry are very low, but more must be done by the wider maritime community, including flag states and providers of insurance and finance, to make sure that those who abandon their seafarers or who do not pay their wages and other entitlements in accordance with their employment contracts are not giving the encouragement and support to remain active in our industry.
We will also seek to provide a mechanism that would trigger the financial security system for cases where seafarers are abandoned. The criteria, which were adopted by the second session of the joint working group, which were found in the IMO Assembly resolution, provided difficult to use in practice. So the number of cases is underreported, we believe. However, the large number of cases recorded in the ILO database demonstrate the compelling need for the amendment.